The observer would like to advise that the following video comes with a trigger warning. The content in this video is of a sensitive nature, so please beware that the topic of this video may trigger you. The observer recommends that you consider your own mental health before you watch this video.
God does not pay his debts back with money. Well, there you go, and you're always around to see it. And this is the real, true Zach that we all seen last night. Not just about the black community, which was absolutely vile and disgusting, because it's the worst word you can use against any black person, but also against people with disabilities, there was lots of things that he said last night, lots of things, right? But watch how many people, and I've just listened to a certain little deluded person sitting with every breath in her body now trying to defend his actions, when it was only the other day she was out screaming she wants me arrested for what I said to swearing Shep, which that's already being dealt with by the police, and saying she never got arrested, but I'll make sure that she's getting arrested. Anyone 11, step away from and do not listen. Whoever supports them, that's them. Nobody's got the right to tell anybody who they're going to support. But what I'm calling out is all the bullshit that I've heard this morning. Fucking absolute bullshit. When I said the word that I'd used all my life, and yes, hold me hands up, it was wrong, and I didn't even realise it in that way, but when I did realise, then I was truly sorry for how I made every black person that will have ever heard what I've said. That was sick to my stomach, and I asked our blessed Lord God never ever to let me use that word, to take it from my mouth. But I'm not having this morning that with this mental health thing, and he's playing on this, that and the other. I got ripped, and I still get ripped to this day, but do you know where it is again on here, isn't it? Because Zach's a massive creator, but last night he was saying born wherever. We all heard what he said, and then he was calling everybody all the names, and the only ones he ever cares about is his mum and his family and his relations, and banned from that he was basically calling everybody else a little fool, and well, some vile names. But listen, there's lots of people on here who said things, but the only one that has ever been dragged for months and months is me. And then he's come out and said the worst of the worst things. I don't know what did AR say, but what Corey said wasn't as, listen, you can't that I was going to say something then that would have really come out wrong. You can't excuse nothing, even me own what I said. You can't excuse no word. But what I'm trying to say to you is that word that he used is the worst of the worst. So anybody who wants to come in the boxes and have your little say on it, but this morning all I've come on for is just to say what an absolute heap of bullshit right across this app, because the people that's defending him and saying it's his mental health and he didn't mean it, thank you my babies, he didn't mean anything, was absolutely vile to the core. Listen, and he's saying he done that on self-destruct, so he's going to come off now, spend a little bit of time, but I wonder if this word will carry around after him for the rest of his days on this app, like I get on a daily basis on here. Absolute fucking bullshit.
Good morning, pal.
Hey,
Are you okay,
wait, let's turn this off. Wait a minute, because I've got this speaker on. Sorry everybody, I forget about it.
Power off.
1,000,000%, we shouldn't be allowed to keep the live pro. 1,000,000%, because last night he did not know he was on live, and he had multiple phone calls to tell him to end the live, and he was going F you and F the live and all. But last night that mask slipped, and we seen the real true Zach. And I know for 1,000,000% there's other videos around where he's been racial. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Saying racial slurs in the. And nobody has said
If he uses
they
the mental
call
health
out
card and
that
says
is.
that I was racist because of mental health, people were defending him last night. You know who the people were. They were defending him last night. He's got mental health issues. So every person that's got mental health issues, can they be racist now from now onwards? Is that okay? So if during this year, my daughter, she's got problem with the heart. So can I use the mental health act and say to Zach, I'm a homophobic word, or racially abuse him? Was that okay for me to use that today? It's disgusting. It's vile. I'd never say that anything to those sort of words to anybody I met in the street. It's disgusting. It's vile. I can't stand him. I loved watching him. I'm not gonna lie. I've loved watching him. I followed him for a long time, for a good 2.5 years. He's made me laugh. But last night it was horrendous to watch.
Can I just say,
Sorry, Alice.
morning guys.
Oh, sorry, I've knocked them out. I don't know who was singing there. Mods, put them in if anybody's echoing. You'll have to take them out and put them back in again. Sorry. So sorry.
For the last 5-6 months, they've been after you. Are they going to do the same thing with Zach? Everybody needs to get at him because he's made people's lives misery. That he went on people, he's talked about people every single morning, and now people talk about him. He's got mental health.
1,000,000%. But did that affect, like, even how I done? I didn't. Pearl's got short-term memory loss. Definitely not, because every fucking single day I come live, I'm reminded of what I said every day. So no, there's definitely no short-term memory loss here.
Hi.
You didn't intend that to be a racial slur. You intended that as a thing for your grandchildren. He outright was racist.
Gemini, I'm not even going to condone what I said. Everybody knows who knows me, the way it was thing. But listen, I still said it to a black person. It wasn't good. There was nothing clever about it, but 1,000,000% me and to the blessed Lord God, it was never meant that way. But I can't tell anybody how to feel. And this is what Paigey and Torian and like lots of other people were trying to tell us. But at that time, my head wasn't taking in what they were trying to say. I was just taking it. They were saying, you can't say this word. You can't dictate to us. For however many times I said sorry, I was getting poked at and keep coming back. And when I think about it, rightly so, right? But I really can't do no different. And I've owned up and I have apologised on millions of occasions, right? And I'll always keep apologising for that. But again, let's say if the same thing's held here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't very much. I was just about to say, because I watched it last night, and I got to say, listen, I'm sorry about this app, but at the end of the day, nobody on this app can keep using the mental health card. I'm on self-destruct. I'm on drink. What come out of your mouth came out your mouth.
But he's even admitted it this morning. He said it on purpose.
Yeah, he reckons he said it to self-destruct. Sorry, no, he didn't. He said the word, and now he had to rethink of how I'm going to get over this. So he'll say now, I'm on self-destruct, I'm going through bad issues, and that, I'm sorry, but no disrespect, it is not an excuse to say that word or any word like that.
Can I just say this? If he supposedly said it to be on self-destruct, why didn't he do it when he knew he was on the live, not when he thought he was by himself?
Exactly. And I totally agree, because he said it, and there's no mistaking what he said. He thought he was off live, and so then he suddenly sat there and thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh, I'll use that because I had a drink, I'm now on self-destruct. No, you said it, own it. Just say, look, I said it, and I can only apologise. This is the problem, and it's the same with other people on here, trying to go through everything they're going through on this app that people can clearly see. It was just it is shocking. The whole thing is shocking that people can quite easily use these words, as somebody once said, if you use this word so relaxed, you use this word day in, day out. But you may be mindful on the app, but yeah, it's...
You know something? Let me tell you this, right? That word fell off his tongue so easy.
Yes.
And not just once, fell off his tongue so easy. So it stands to reason when he's indoors and he's this big advocate for standing like with the black community as he's betrayed himself for months over this app. And look how easy that rolled off his tongue. That's never in my life ever rolled off my tongue. That word I'm on about, never in my life.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, people can't keep using the MH card. They can't keep using the alcohol card. It's ridiculous, because if you're going to have a drink, don't come on the app. It's easy as that. You can sit there and you can drink to your heart's content. You don't have to be on the app. These people, they do it, I think, personally, looking at certain situations when they're losing viewers. So then they have to then do something that's going to rile up the whole community across the app. And anybody now sitting defending him or defending us, it's wrong.
Well, there's a certain deluded creator on here this morning even went in and were gifting subs out. So in my opinion, when that was going on, that was rewarding them for upsetting every black person on this earth, basically. That was rewarded.
Yes.
She's going to use him now because he's controversial, so he is. So this will get her views up.
Of course. She's doing this now. Let's be honest. She's only pulled this up this morning for, oh my God, thank God, I can now use this to deflect about what she's been doing. Exactly. Let's be real to everybody. And because I watched all the stuff about the phone calls. Listen, if my mum was sitting there and trying to help me with my MH, I am telling you now, I would not be on a live for everybody to listen to what is going on with me personally. Exactly. Absolutely not.
Exactly. But listen, do you know what today is going to be, don't you? It's going to end up by who was that? Mm-hmm. Is going to carry this on for days, but yet make it make sense, right? And yet she said, we had a phone call and I supposedly said it multiple times, and I was willing to pay God knows how much for her and her mums, who supposedly had this phone call, to pay for them for a lie detector test, and I'm still waiting for them to take us up on the offer. But now, it's because it's Zach, she's out there with a big protection, like this big cloak now will protect him over his mental health. Mental health, my ass, we've all got fucking mental health.
And can I just point this out? She's sitting there defending what he done, but 72 hours ago she was calling you out again for what you did. Make it make sense.
See the amount of people that jumped up into Alex's going at Pearl instantly. They were like, sure, Pearl did this, Pearl did that. And I was just like, this isn't about Pearl, this is about Zach, so stop taking away from what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Every live I've gone past today, not the hosts, for every live I've gone past, there's been people in the boxes and turning it all back around to me. And that's why I jumped in Alex's box and went mad, and I said, it's not fucking about me. Come on, let's have a little bit of a backbone and make him stand accountability for what he's done and said, because I still, to this fucking day, get made to take accountability, which I already did, but that nobody's ever going to let me forget what I said.
No, and I think, you know, when you're going to call out people, let's call out every single creator on this app that has said a word, whether or not it be racial or it be discriminating against disabilities. Let's call out every single person. Let's not just pick on one person because that person's local to you guys. Let's pick out every single creator.
Exactly. My little word this morning is, the biggest nit on the app, please take yourself to the top of the class because you passed with flying colours.
Mm-hmm. And let's be honest, she's only done, like I said, she's doing this now to deflect about all the stuff that she's doing, what her mods are doing, because let's be honest, the C cult are basically a gang of bullies. The mods are the worst. Like the other night, no disrespect, and what anybody thinks. Hayley then sitting there telling her to do this and telling her to do that to calm herself down. She was making herself hyperventilating. The way she was breathing, that is not how you tell somebody to calm down. Absolutely not. When you have a panic attack, that is not how you tell somebody, like, put your arms above your head. No, I've never heard anything like it. And
She said?
I was going, oh, yeah, because didn't you watch it the other night?
No, she's blocked me.
Oh my God. So, yes, so she was then saying, oh, I feel really dizzy, I feel this. And then she was sitting there, she was breathing to make herself, like, you know, because you can do that, to bring an attack on. And then,
If I think about my heartbeat, it brings mine on.
yeah, and Hayley was then sitting there going, oh, just relax, nobody's going to hurt you, you're in a safe. I mean, I've never heard anything. It's all an act. The whole thing's an act, and the sooner people wake up to that, the better.
That's just so someone can screen record it. She can bring it to her doctors and get her diazepam.
Yeah, of course.
They're not going to give it to her when they see the amount of alcohol she drinks. That's so dangerous. So it is. Like, you can't drink on that medication.
No, and she knows that.
And you know what? There's people out there that genuinely need that medication, and doctors are so unwilling to give it out because of people like Angie who lie about it and want it just for the buzz. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she'll be there today with the, like I said, with the protection, whatever on. Protect at all costs till she falls out with him, and then he'll become the biggest. I use doctors, definitely not, but neither's nobody else saying let's give him a free pass because he's mental health affected.
Mm-hmm.
What's he done over the fucking months? Every single day, listen, and I am saying something today because every single day he has ripped me and you in every day, and it's only yesterday and another one time I think that I have put a video out, so I've took all of this for all of these months because I was his content on the show every morning, every given chance, and you know when he was looking at the video, his face was twisting because he's got that much of a hatred for us. He couldn't even abide us in his eyesight to listen to us to anything. He's got that much hatred. But again, he's got a big hatred for women. He's a bully. End of it. And now, for coming out, when he's come out and said that N-word, in my opinion, he's the biggest racist on the app. Single day he has ripped me and you in every day, and it's only yesterday and another one time I think that I have put a video out, so I've took all of this for all of these months because I was his content on the show every morning, every given chance, and you know when he was looking at the video, his face was twisting because he's got that much of a hatred for us. He couldn't even abide us in his eyesight to listen to us to anything. He's got that much. But again, he's got a big hatred for women. He's a bully. End of it. And now, for coming out, when he's come out and said that N-word, in my opinion, he's the biggest racist on the app.
Yeah.
End of.
I actually do believe he thought he was offline. You could see it because he was walking.
The phone had gone down somewhere. He didn't even know he was still on live. He had phone calls, and he was out of his head. He didn't know he was still on the live.
Exactly, and and
Is it a lot like that then? Do you know what I mean? Like, as soon as live's off, is that what he's using all the time?
And can I So I have gone back over the app and watched from the beginning of a certain creator that's now advertising all this and getting gifted and having everybody in her box. Now, looking at she came on and done what she done when Ems was at her prime time, when Ems was doing her kitchen and etc. And I think this delusive done it and thinking, I'm going to be the next Ems. I'm sorry.
1 minute, this is a video off last night, right?
Yeah.
So, right, this certain Delulu has preached nothing about mental health. She's this, she's that, this, she's the other, right? Was it only last night, her and Millen, and I don't know who else it was in a box and taking the complete nut of piss and mocking Ems again?
Yeah.
So, come on, make it make sense. So it's only mental health when it's the deluded one, aka Poison Eyeballs, or Zach. Make it make sense on this app.
Pearl,
Yeah.
I'm just watching Angie, right? And I'm absolutely disgusted with them using the mental health card for using the S word. Because I've got some I can't speak. So I'm so angry I can't speak. I've got a son with quite significant autism, and if anyone called him the S word, oh mate, I'll tell you.
1 second, elusive queen. Yes, I did, and you know for why? Because another one, she went in at me, and you know what they say? It's an action to a reaction. I don't come on here and preach about mental health, so make it make sense. But our Poisoned Eyeballs is a big advocate of mental health. But sorry, only when it affects her. Let's get it right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go on.
Absolutely. I just can't believe the hypocrisy on her channel at the moment.
Well, of course it is, because it's suiting her needs at the minute. It's definitely suiting her needs. But yes, I did go on. Like I say, Em's come at me and I went right back there. But I do not come on here preaching about mental health, because if the truth be known, we've all got mental health. In some way, shape or form, we've all got mental health. And who are we to tell anybody how they feel about the mental health? I'm not. But just to put it out there, I am under a doctor for it, right? And, well, I'm not going too much into all of my things, but I am even being seen to at this present time, right? But I don't come on here. I do not come on here and tell all of you about my mental health, the way I feel when I turn the app off. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Exactly. You can't use mental health, you can't use alcohol for the words that come out your mouth. I'm sorry, no disrespect to anybody, you cannot. When you say these words, and you say these words very freely, the way that he did last night, thinking he was off the app, that is how he feels all the time.
Yes, I can't wait to see what Fact Freak is going to make of it all, and some of these other big creators that's even fell out with me for what I've done, and rightly so, right? But now let's see the support that another certain person's going to get, aka Zach. Let's see the support that he's going to get. But again, I forgot, it's going to be absolutely fine because it was Zach who said it and not me. But again, we've seen the real Zach. You know, when he's hiding behind whatever, because come out of his own mouth. Let's get it out. What was it he said? I am a white man and I'm going to speak on behalf of the black community and be an advocate to them. Stamp out racism, do this, do that, do the other. Oh my God, what a fucking laughing stock. He has said the worst of the worst what anybody said on this app. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. And
Or
sit
again.
there and watch. And you know what? I requested 5 times to go in her box, and she did not let me in at all.
Exactly. But like I say,
She'll only be adding the big creators today. Let's be honest, Pearl. You know her system. She'll only be adding the big creators that will bring in the big gifts, because she takes a percentage. She won't be having anybody that's not irrelevant. Sorry, I know I don't mean that rudely, guys, but yeah.
Exactly not. But again, she needs held accountable for what she's been saying over the last week or so, and then turned everything on its head because it's Zach. Listen, I'm going to say it as it is, right? You know, Zach's platform used to be absolutely amazing, and I've got no love to kiss his ass because I don't like the man. He doesn't like me, so there's no love lost. No love lost. But you know what his platform's been for months? Is one big, massive, in my opinion, bully platform. bully platform, and all his little minions was there clapping him on blue hearts in the chat. Big up Zach when he was ripping people to fucking pieces. But let's see where they all at now. Are they ripping people? No, they won't, because it's Zach that's done it. Now it'll be blue hearts and we love you, Zach, and you've done nothing wrong. Oh, and I've even heard somebody say, don't worry, give it a day and it'll be blowed over. Well, I hope people carry it on like they fucking carried it on with me.
I mean, that's why I like you and Dave, because as much as like Dave, people say, oh, he's a wrong un, etc. Dave owns his. He doesn't make excuses. He'll say, yeah, I said it. What are you gonna do? Like
I know as well.
right.
Sorry, Drew. I know as well for a fact. There's videos out there of Zach with his racial slurs off a long time ago, but people's like a big thing to pull them forward. I wonder, will them videos surface now? Because if anybody's got them videos, please send them to me. I will willingly.
What, is there old videos?
I will willingly play them on mine because I wish I could get hold of them. But time will tell. Time will tell. And let's see, will people come forward with these? Now he's being called out for what he is.
Yeah.
Morning, Pearl.
Right, I'm going to go, but thank you very much, Pearl, for having me, and thank you to all your audience.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Morning, Pearl. I just wanted to come up just to say when he was on, he come back on live last night and he said the S word. That was just disgusting, and it really hurt because my younger sister, she's got a disabled child, and it is so hard. And it's, because she's always in and out of hospital because like if she catches anything, then she's straight in hospital because her body can't take it.
It really is like the most offensive word you could say to someone, I think. It is like
Any form of racism is, any form. And listen, that's what I said. When I said what I said, I'm not even making excuses for it, but I really didn't. Which the word itself's not, people try to explain, it's not a thin word, but because of the person I used it to, it was classed as a racial slur. So I hold my hands up, apologised, and I will always, forever, to my everlasting day, be sorry for that, of the person who I said it to. But do you know him coming out and using that N-word, which is the worst thing you can ever use? I can't believe how easy that just fell off his tongue. So it's obviously something that he uses when he's in, should we say, not earshot. But honestly, our Lord works in mysterious ways, and he really thought he ended that live. And was, Donna Marie, I'm not being horrible, me baby. Listen, I know you've come up here and me and you hasn't got no beef, but I'm telling you to your face over what was happening with Angie. Listen, it's the platform and I can't have anything, so I'm going to take you down out the thing. But listen, no, honestly, I'm not.
Alicia wants to know, can you unblock Chippy McChips? He's asked you to.
Oh, ask the mods too. I'm not, I didn't even know he was blocked. Please don't take that the wrong way. I haven't got nothing against it, but that shouldn't have happened in my box the other day, because that was so bad on me. That was unreal, and I could have done without it at any time, but more so that time, my Donna Marie. Please do not take that the wrong way, but I can't have you up on the platform no more. I'm sorry.
She won't take it the wrong way.
When he came on this morning and he was going on, he's sorry, it's his mental health and things like that. It's no excuse whatsoever.
Exactly, my dear. Handy now that you're causing to get. He is now, because he's getting. Of course, he's going to be sorry because he's getting the hate. Of course, he is going to be. But do they not think I was sorry? Really, genuinely, truly sorry for all them fucking months that I still get ridiculed to this day, even in this live as we speak now, still get called out for what I've done. So what's the difference? Just because he is a big creator. To be honest, Pearl, I don't think Donna should be having an opinion on this after what she did. Listen, I'm not speaking what opinion Donna can have on what she can. Everybody's entitled to the opinion, but I'm sorry it's not happening in my box, because I didn't agree with what happened the other day in my box. As much as me and the other one do not speak, I didn't agree with that. End of. And I'm not going to condone that behaviour. Sorry.
Can I say I'm going to jump off Pearl, but and say keep it real and keep being you. And also, Angie's agreed to the boxing match, by the way. I saw a video this morning.
Oh, has she? That's good.
I saw a video this morning. She won't turn up. Guaranteed.
Oh, that's very good. I'm still on.
Pearl, do we have to blame mental health and drink for the words that we say out of our mouths? Do we?
Oh,
Listen, I have really manic episodes and I still wouldn't understand that word.
Sorry.
Do we have to blame mental health and drink that comes out of our mouths?
No, because it's in your head to come out and say something, just like that time I said what I said, which of course it was in my head because it's a thing that I use all the time. So of course it's in my head.
I'm not saying
And
about
the
you, I'm
thing
saying about
it's in his head. I'm sorry.
all people, even Angie. You can't excuse her behaviour and what she does.
But Angie suffers with mental health. That's why she does what she does.
But you can't excuse that.
I know you can't. She gets on my nerves.
Fantastic.
Oh,
You
she
can't
really...
excuse everything that comes out your mouth of, I'm drinking, it's my mental health, I'm depressed. You can't do that.
Well, we're all depressed.
If the police caught you doing stuff that you're supposed to not do, do they take mental health or drinking aside? No, they don't.
Did you hear Em's to her last night? She said you didn't go to the doctors. You're just pretending.
It makes you think, what do people do behind closed doors? Like, that was my thing on it, to come out so easy out your mouth. But never mind, he's tried to destroy himself. He didn't even know he was unalive. And can you remember what people were chucking around about me when they said she thought she ended her life? I didn't think I ended my life at all. Of course I was still on my life. But I love how all these excuses come up for him this morning.
But do you think, say if somebody was going down the road saying stuff to people, do you think the guards or police will say anything about it?
You'll stretch me glasses with your big swelled head on you. Sorry. Just me son, it's not a customer.
What did you say? Do you think the police will say anything about it?
Yeah.
If it gets reported to Ofcom, then he will be arrested for malicious communications. But people need to report it to Ofcom.
Yeah, but on this app, they've got the mental things.
They'll go lenient on him because of his mental health, so they will. But he still have to answer for what he's done.
Yeah, 100%. And why should we let him away with it? Why should we let anybody away with stuff that they said?
I go on manic episodes, right? And I listen, I become the most awful person, so I do. And I hold myself accountable for anything I do whenever I haven't been like that for years, and I haven't been sectioned for years. But while I was that person, I still held myself accountable for everything I did. But I wouldn't call people that word, and I wouldn't use that word, or I wouldn't, I did and said awful things, but I wouldn't go down to that.
It makes me so angry that they think that they can get away with things. Like CLA thinks that she can get away with things, but she can't.
Because she keeps getting away with it. That's why she's been like.
Angela, you start the engine again for us, because put out is on a line.
But at the end up, she's in courts now, coming up. She's not getting away. She thinks she's going to get away with it.
Really, what really is going to happen to her? It's going to just really be what do you call it, an annoyance for her, really. She just has to go to court, answer to it, and maybe pay a fine. Like, she's like, the people keep doing it because they keep getting away with it. There needs to be harsher punishments for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did it twice, so I don't think she'll get away with it this time.
What I'm saying is, they're not going to put her in jail for it. They're probably going to slap a fine on her, or do you know what I mean? She's not going to be taken off TikTok. She's not going to lose any. She'll probably lose out in a couple £100. The consequences aren't hard enough. That's why people keep doing it. She's not getting away with it, but she's also, in her eyes, she is. She's thinking, well, the fine's nothing to me. She won't be told to come off TikTok because it's her job, the same way Zach won't be told to come off TikTok because it's his job. So really, all in all, people can say what they want in here and get away with it.
100%.
It's not fair.
You know what annoyed me last night, Pearl? You know when you were in Camp 2 and you were in the
Sorry,
box?
I know I'm on my microphone's muted, but carry on talking because you can't hear for this. Go on.
Well, when you were in Camp 2 last night, you were in the box and they were talking about Zach. As soon as you went out, Angie come in and she was going on about you. And I thought, why is it always your name gets brought up as soon as somebody says a racist word? You're not the only one that said a racist word on this app, but it's always, well, what about Pearl? She's done this, she's done that. It's always about you, but everybody else is just as bad. But your name gets dragged up every time. And she's at it again this morning, Angie. I want to knock her off.
Sorry, it's yes, with the music full blast. But listen, like I say, I was just mad this morning that everybody at every given chance, and yes, rightly so, I still get dragged, rightly so, right? But why turn everything constantly round to me when it's supposed to be about what Zach's done today?
Exactly, I agree with you there.
And this is how it's going to be all day. Whichever live you go past, there'll be somebody jumping the box, not mentioning like Corey when Katie B done. There's lots of people being, because it's easier to do so. Exactly. You're just as bad as Zach. Oh, is that Millen in here? You're in here. What do you want in here for, Millen? You don't like us. And like going on about this big mental health thing, if it's Millen that's in here, weren't you and Angie sitting, Angie who's suffering badly at the minute with mental health, sitting taking the piss out of Ems last night? So make it make sense. You can't stand it for somebody who's coming out with blatant, the worst thing you can say to a person, and then going in at somebody taking the piss out of mental health when this person's supposed to have mental health like issues themselves. Make it make sense. Come on.
She went into Angie's live last night. She was in it. Angie was in it.
Last night.
Pardon?
Of course. Anyway, do us a favour. Put Millen out of here. I don't even want you in when you called me what you called us, right? So
I don't even think it's him.
And block him out. And Millen, I'm not even going in at your son, because honestly, I had a lot of time for you, but I don't want you in my lives.
It just annoys me, right, that Zach's gone on at you so hard for months and months and months, knowing that he uses that word at home when the cameras aren't on.
Yeah,
how can you sit there and go insane at someone for being racist when you use racist words at home? So what if no one's listening? You still use them.
1,000,000%. I just wanted to come on and say this, that Pearl, so I'm going to jump off. Thanks for having me on.
Hi, Christina, thank you very much for that.
Thanks, bye.
Bye. And I hope everybody is all right today, because there's going to be lots of people that's absolutely broke. Because, let's put it real, like Zach has made himself out to be a lot of people's idol on here, and that is the word for it, idol. Like, sitting there like God Almighty with the highest morals on the app, but yet he's come out and said the worst possible thing that you could say. And to me, it's like he's getting a free pass, using the mental health, saying, yes, I did say it. Did I say it on purpose? Yes, I did. Then did I mean it? No, because I've got myself on self-destruct. A heap of shit he's had a good talking to, or a good think what he's going to say, and it's bullshit, basically. Bullshit. Exactly, all the disabled people, all of the black community, and God knows whatever else he sits and says behind closed doors. Listen, sorry. Every time that comes, it makes my ears bleed. Yes, exactly. You will know how I felt. But let me tell you something. Do you know something? He won't even care because he does this on a daily basis. He won't even care. He won't care. Look what he done. Exactly. Look what he done to poor Lucy on here. And then when he was getting in a bit of hot water over it, he decided to try and make up with Lucy. And you know for why? Because he could see everybody was reaching out to Lucy, and rightly so. Talk bully, 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 and that's what I'll say. That's what his platform is, a bully platform. And all the hive when they go into there, that far up his ring, it's unreal. But this morning, when he said what he said, they all sitting there and saying, "It's fine, Zach, we love you, Zach, you didn't mean it. It wasn't like this, it wasn't like that." But you let them mention me, especially me, and they go in like the pack of bullies, what they are, they go in full pelt. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you, pal. I'm going to see how many times your name gets brought up today when I go in that live. But I can't say anything. Angie's blocked me now. But I don't know why, because I was in Alex's live, and when I come out of there, I was blocked.
Well, you will be. You will be. But even still, if you're... even if you wasn't blocked in Alex's, the minute you seen your knee, you'd have been blocked. So listen, sorry.
I've got a fake account. I can still get in.
Hi, Nesty. How are you?
I'm interested as the word, right? I'm flabbergasted as well. I was in Alex's live earlier on, and I was listening to the Saint Angie deluded, right? The hypocrisy of it, because she has blue hearts up for your man Zach, right? Using the mental health card, which she doesn't give two shits about. But the hypocrisy of it, because she said she was saying that he only used the S word, right? Like, you know, like you use that to call somebody an idiot or somebody a fool, right? But yeah, right? When you use the M word, like I use to my kids, right? You both.
I didn't use the M word. I said the O word.
The what word?
Oh, like the ginger one.
Right. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Right. But we all like it's just a word. It doesn't mean I'm not a bit racist anyway. I know. But when our kids were small, we said that they were bold. You know what I mean?
Sorry, 1 second.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. Is there anybody from the black community who wants to get up and speak on here? Because I'm just speaking about what Zach said, but if there's anybody from the black community who wants to get up and come and speak, please feel free.
I'll drop down and let someone else up. Thank you for letting me up.
There was girls in tears last night on, or I forget, he was on Alex's live, and there was girls in tears over that N word, and I don't blame them. It's disgusting. It's horrible.
Black, but I don't. Publisher, you'll be blocked out of here if your owner sees you in here.
Good morning, Pearl. I hope you're all right, beautiful. I just wanted to jump up and say I'm tired of the selective outrage on this app. It is really selective. It is who it is. Do you know what I mean? Some people will get everything thrown at them, like you, Pearl, and then there'll be other people like
Chippy get unblocked mods. Chippy McChips, or is it fishing for you? I don't know, because there's these two accounts. I don't know if he was blocked. I don't know. Can you just unblock him, please? Sorry, Sharon, go on.
No, you're absolutely fine. I just literally, it just blows my mind. I'm a mum of 5, right? And we've all said and done things in the past that we shouldn't have done because we're all human, okay? We all make mistakes, I get that. But the selective outrage on it depends who you are. It really depends if your face fits on this app as to whether you get berated or you get a free pass. And I am sick and tired of it. I mean, like, it's been going on so long for you, Pearl. It needs to stop now. It really does. You've just accountability for what you did. You've apologised. You can't do no more. So why can't other people take accountability? I just don't understand it in this day and age, why it is like this. I really don't. And it blows my mind The app is absolutely mad. It's crazy. That's
Darren,
all I have to say, really.
Darren, I have this. Right, this TikTok to me, right, is a portal for narcissists to come on behind a keyboard and expose themselves for what they really are. Because if they came out and said that in public, they wouldn't last 5 minutes. They wouldn't last 5 minutes. So these
They wouldn't say it to you in the street, though, would they? They
No,
wouldn't
that's
come up
what
to you
I'm
in the
saying.
street and say this.
No. So the agenda of these narcissists, right, top creators, I'm not including Pearl, absolutely not. I like Pearl, and I couldn't believe she teamed up with that thing, right? But these narcissists, they prey on empaths. The empaths are their followers, right? So if they get themselves into trouble, right, these top creators, the agenda is, right, I'm going to get loads of views for this controversial thing.
Rely on the community. Yeah.
So people are going to come for me, and my empaths, the followers, my empaths are going to lash the gifts to me because I'm getting right. And this is the agenda, because narcissists, right? Most top creators, they don't have empathy. They don't have. They can be insulted down to the ground. If somebody insulted me, I go off and cry for 3 days, okay? Because I'm an empath. Well, if a narcissist gets insulted, they see dollar signs in their eyeballs, right? So they prey on their followers, boo-hoo, because they know they're going to get lashed over with loads of gifts. And this is what the agenda of a narcissist is on these top creators, right? Now, apart from CLA, she goes out and she insults people in public, right? The rest of them, there's no way they'll go out in public and insult anyone to their face. They have this control now to say and do what they like for money, and it's all for money.
It is, isn't it? It's all for money and gifts. It's for the views. It's for how popular you can be. And you're exactly right, because I got sucked in for a bit. I did. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm human. I'm an empath. You know, I see someone hurting. I want to try and do what I can. It's just the way my mum brought me up. Do you know what I mean? You know, we're all human. Yeah. So for me, I did get sucked in.
In real life, if you see somebody hurting, you go and you hug them and you chat with them and you really help them, right? On this thing, if you're a victim of one of these narcissists, the only way you can comfort them, little fuckers, is send them money. So I would suggest, with a narcissist, right, if you freeze their name, if you don't mention their name and you cut them off and don't mention their name in lives, watch what happens. They can't cope. If their name is not mentioned, either good or bad, right, if their name is, that's the only way to deal with these bad people, is not mention, ever mention their name. Freeze.
Good morning, Pearl.
And watch
Morning. I'm going to jump down. Thanks for having me up, Pearl. Thank you, Nessie.
as well.
We appreciate you, Pearl. Love you.
Oh, thank you.
Right. Well, the only thing I want to say, Pearl, you know I'm an older person.
Yeah.
That word that was used, that he said, the S word, it was a word we were growing up with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it didn't mean a disabled person as such. It did mean, oh, you're as thick as this, or you're stupid, or what have you done that for, you S? And that's what it was used for.
Yeah.
It's been jumped on that.
Times have changed now. You can't say anything.
I know, but us being an older, I'm 70.
Yeah.
Hi, this is my first.
I do
boxes. Can I just quickly say something? I've got kids that I need to take care of. Sorry.
Yes, darling.
That really upset me. Okay, so the aspect that you talk about, you're saying back then. Okay, so back then, my autistic kids would have been put in an institution and they would have had shockwaves put through their brain. Okay?
Yeah.
So people are saying that that's still okay. The S word, my child has now, she's only 15 and she's mentally around 10. Okay? So please, can we just understand that the S word should not be used? Back then, that's what they called it. And back then, it was derogatory because back then they treated autistic children like they were nothing. Sorry, I'm just really angry. You can't go around saying the S word to people. It is really derogatory. It is harmful. It has a negative effect on the autistic community. Even if you're saying that cerebral palsy children have some sort of spasticity, that is a different term in itself. You do not call children the S word.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say on the matter.
Them, which is their generation, okay? What the point I'm making is St. Angie, the hypocrisy of it. She was taking up for the Zach fella saying, well, people say she didn't have the same energy for Pearl when Pearl used the orange word, which we used years ago, not in an offensive way. You know what I mean? She didn't put blue hearts. She put blue hearts up for Zach in her life. She didn't put blue hearts up for Pearl. So she's a hypocrite. And that drives me mad. So she's caught by the balls, basically. She's a hypocrite. She won't let me in her box. But that's all I'm saying. I do. 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 That's all I'm saying. I do.
Usually come, I sit and watch you. I sit and watch you all. I watch you all the time. I enjoy your conversation.
Me, Claire?
And I do. And I don't agree with, it's like when Pearl said that word. Didn't agree with it.
I don't want nobody to agree with us.
But obviously, having these conversations, it makes you more aware and you grow from it. But using that word, those words, and as someone who has advocated for my eldest is 23, and I'm still advocating for her now. And to use that word, even back then, I know I'm only 42, but even back, that word should never have been used. No. It isn't, it's how you say the word. And like I was saying, spasticity in your muscles, yes, but you don't use that term. And for him to sit on there and say that word over and like eating without a care in the world, and how he says it, you don't realise how much community you're affecting, because you will stick up for your child no matter what. And when your child is called that over and over and over again, and they now have eating disorders or whatever they're going through, that word stings and that word stays with the child.
Yeah. And also there's a lot of 18-year-olds, Claire, that would be on this, like, obviously there isn't.
If anyone used that word.
Yeah,
I just don't want people just saying, oh, you know, it's because I've got mental health. Okay, we all suffer with mental health, but you should all be aware of what comes out of your mouth and why would those words come out of your mouth just because you have mental health.
Listen, I'm going to say quick, but my other customers, they've all just pulled in now. So listen, I'm going to have to go, but I will be on at 5 o'clock tonight. Now, whoever wants to come on and speak about anything, you can. But just watch about today, watch who everything gets turned back to, and make your own opinion.
All right. Pearl, can I order a burger?
Thanks for letting me in the box, Pearl.
Yeah. Hey, big love, everybody. Thank you.
All right, then. Love you.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.